Tony vocals. Skinner drums.
I'm out. As for bass, I'm out for guitars.
How did you get that name, Underground Alliance, though? That's a very, very unique name.
I don't know, I just figured I wanted to come up with something cool, so just underground music and then Alliance being the underground culture and community, aligned.
Just like Circle One. That's kind of like the same meaning. Both names mean basically the same thing.
Yeah, just underground music, punk rock community aligned together.
Okay, so tell me, how do your band practices go? Be honest, so hold back.
It's like a circus sometimes. We practice next door of the house, so it's a living room space, and we have all the equipment there, set up drums, and everyone meets here, and we just rock out, pretty much.
They give it towards each other and get a song through. And we just get through a song.
And I'm hearing from the vocals. I want to hear from everybody else.
Yeah,
well, lately, we've been practicing like quite a bit, like coming up with a lot of new songs.
And usually try to do us three, see if there's something wrong.
The band had an original sound, I guess, when it was first formed, and we're trying to kind of change that. Like, we want like a harder, faster, stronger song. Because the only way we're gonna get out to people is by I guess like putting on a good performance. Most bands ain't cutting it, I guess, so you want to do that.
And how does that work? Like, how do you start developing a song? Like,
it's like a puzzle. Like, really, like I think it's like a puzzle. They come up with they just mess around with like certain sounds.
Yeah, us three, since we're all strings, 2 guitars right here and bass, we've been syncing a lot lately. So anytime someone comes up with a good beat, we help each other out, to add, maybe change it or do this and that to it.
Yeah,
Tony always works with the lyrics. I mean,
I just
it works out.
Because I have a bunch of lyrics that I wrote a long time ago, and they still apply to today. So, like, once I hear something that they're working on, I just read over and see what might fit to that certain.
And how long does that usually take? Like, from the time that you guys start collaborating to the time that he comes in?
It's like one day, really.
One practice,
like,
2 practices, we'll have a song done.
Like, if they start messing around with the song, I'll just plug in like lyrics, like that. It's happened like twice, like. In the past couple months. So.
Is there any songs or songs that you're particularly proud of?
Weirdo.
I think everyone has a different.
Rebellion.
Yeah. Why do you like Rebellion? Because you like to rebel.
Well, actually, I think Scene Killers. The message of Scene Killers is pretty good because it has to do with there being so many bands in the scene, and some of them are just playing to play, and we're actually trying to make something out of it, and those bands kind of get in our way because I'm not saying they get in our way, but they just don't have the same like mission as we do, you know what I mean?
The ethic.
Yeah.
I don't know. My favorites of this would be like 77 or Politicians.
Why?
Politicians. I don't know, like 77, it's just got a great feel to it, great beat, and like the way it is, that genre's trying to come back at a certain point. And Politicians is just because they're all corrupt, and it's just telling the truth of how it is today, how it is in the world, how it shouldn't be.
I pay attention to like a lot. I watch a lot of news, so like I just whatever I see on CNN or something. I want to write about. I'd like to write a song about like the whole Occupy movement. You know, like I'd like to call it Occupy the World, but you know, they're just random thoughts that I see, like shit that's happening, like right now. You know, and I just start writing, see what I can come up with.
It's unfortunate that racism is kind of unavoidable. Like, it's a problem sometimes. I believe so because I believe that, let's just say, white people would not want to book us because we're Hispanic or whatever, and I think it is a problem. Like, people can't say that it's not because there
Why
are
do you think that is, though?
Well, it's
just the way things are, you know. White people not liking Hispanic people is just the way things are, and we have to deal with that. And little by little, we'll just get over it, you know. I mean, maybe they don't think the same as I do, but that's what I think. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've never had any like problems with that. I mean, but I like to write about it because people have been oppressed and discriminated against in the past. So why not write about it? Then that all that stuff that's going on in Syria too. Just people that don't really care. It's like all that slaughter has been going on for months, and like. It's like all these politicians are coming together, like, and no one's really doing anything, because there's like certain interests with Russia and Iran, and like that guy's like Hitler, he's slaughtering his people. Yet they get the guy out from Libya, they kill him. The guy from Egypt, he's already out, and he's like kind of dying or whatever. And this guy from Syria is still there, after months and months and months, and he's still like they're still killing. People are still dying, no one seems to really care. It's weird.
Where do you guys see yourselves going with this?
Touring, putting our music out there in different countries.
Yeah, I think
international.
we're at we've reached the point where we just got to get out of here and go to different states. And, we have an album coming out, and like we're working on the next one, and just.
When is it coming out?
Like hopefully June, July. They're working on the sleeve right now, so almost done. And then we're just working on some new music with these guys right here, and we just want to get out, tour. We haven't toured like correctly, so we want to go out and tour.
Go to Midwest or something.
Yeah, that band's gonna be like very essential, so we gotta work on that.
Okay, and then I don't know if you guys have read the Crown Rebellion statement. I know you have. I asked you this previously, but how would you implement that statement into what you're doing right now?
Well, I mean, we're a part of this subculture, and I mean, the lyrics that I write have messages, and a lot of people just don't bother to like ask about it or read lyrics, but I mean, we're pretty much like artists playing music, I mean, it's just like, I don't know how you guys feel about being in this whole subculture, I mean, but
I think it's very easy for us to get around, like, especially because there's a lot of other bands trying to do the same that we're trying to do, get exposed, like, trying to play their music. We can help each other out, It's a lot easier, just like bands from back in the day that got big together, like the Adolescents and Youth Brigade. We have the same kind of thing going on. We're just not there yet,
Yeah, but I mean, like, social issues, I mean, a lot of the songs that I write are about social issues, like poverty, inequality, racism.
I honestly believe that when we release the album, people could start taking us a bit more seriously with this. We'll have some music out. We'll have more music on the way.
But I mean, I like Crown Rebellion because it's good. It's good to have. It's good to have. Yeah, damn sure.
I know.
Saw you coming.
Yeah, they're like we've been around for like 5 years, and like no one's ever approached us to like do interviews or like do a radio interview. And I'm glad someone's paying attention, because I mean, someone needs to be paying attention to the stuff that's going on right now. No one's really giving anyone a shot, So like, I think it's great, and hopefully like you guys do it with a lot more bands and artists, that are kind of for the same cause. No, we get along with everybody, I mean,
yeah, but bands.
I don't hate on no one, no bands.
Do they hate on you?
All the bands, like every
if they
band.
do, I'm not
Help each other out.
No, the one thing is like we book a show, for instance, right? And then like they just put us on the last, and then like but we don't even get to really play because it's so late.
Yeah,
That's kind of hating.
it's
Right
like punk rock politics.
everybody's competing together.
Yeah, there's politics between the bands. Some hate, some don't. But I would like to give a shout out to all the bands that have helped.
Thanks a lot.
Any little thing helps,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Try to help them out. So, it's good that they help us out. So
I don't.
help each
Yeah,
other out.
I think a lot of people that are like behind the scenes that aren't in bands, like they really don't know what it takes to be in a band. First of all, so it's very easy to talk shit about this and that, But there's a lot of work that's involved in like being in a band and just dealing with personality issues. Band members come and go, whatnot. Money, it takes a lot of money, a lot of time. It affects relationships. It's not easy. It's very hard. But like, this is our life. We're not gonna change it, and we're gonna you know, if people don't like it, I don't care, you know. I mean,
No
we're
one-
still gonna be doing what we do.
No one's gonna stop what we're trying to do. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
we're
trying
still
to
gonna
say.
be doing what we do, and like whatever anyone thinks is like not really important.
It's for us and for nobody else.
But yeah, you know, I
Put the
mean,
message out there.
one other thing I want to say is that it's like I want our band to be like a band that people pays attention to and that leaves a mark. You know, I want this to go down in history, and I'm sure it will. You know, it's just a matter of time. So I don't plan on folding this band anytime soon. You know,
Well, I have a feeling the new album, not the ones that say,
yeah, I want to be
the
one
new
of
one's
those
gonna be really
East
good.
LA bands that that are like in the top 5 or maybe the best. But I mean, that's a matter of opinion. But I want to be one of the best in this area. You know, because this is our time, our moment in history.